Welcome to the Dyson'S Effect.
A show about everyday situations, issues, and topics we talk about and give our opinions.
We may even listen to yours.
We are your hosts, Johnny
and Teresa,
also known as Mr. and Mrs. Dyson. So, let me go and get started. I'm Johnny. There is no Teresa. And this is another episode of the Dyson'S Effect. Now, Teresa is out. Y'all know my wife health issues. She's usually on again, off again, a health issue. She's okay. But she's not feeling too well. And I'm trying to keep her in good spirits. But... and you know, the shirt that I got on is all black. Now, I want to say this. I'm going to wear this shirt all the time because this is my training shirt. This is a shirt that I train in and I train others in as a life and fitness coach. So I'm going to wear this shirt all the time. And it's just super, super comfortable. But I'm in another Facebook group and I was requested to talk about this issue. Someone seen it and asked my opinion about it, and I didn't want to give my opinion about it as much. I kind of wanted my wife's opinion on it a little bit because we've been together for so long. We've been together so many years, so much stuff, so many experiences and other people's experience. But this is kind of an easy fix a little bit, and I want to dive into it. So this is a question in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and it goes like this. Okay, should a spouse's, I'm gonna read it how they wrote it, and I'm gonna try to interpret it so you can get it. Should a spouse's claim for you owe me for whatever the reason is to be paid back? Should you have to pay back your spouse's? For example, cigarettes or clothes or whatever the situation is. Now, here's the thing. Let's take this in steps. Now, me and my wife, we've been together for 26 years, married 13, so it's like half and half. But we've been together when we were super young. Boyfriend and girlfriend, I think that's in the merit of what you're borrowing. A lot of times, I'm going to put it on women. I hate to say it, but I'm put it on women. Sometimes a lot of women don't feel that they should pay you back. Women feel that, well, I do all this for you, and this, and most of the time it is true that the woman does do a lot. So, there are some men that be wanting a payback from it. But from my experiences of the people that I know, the men is almost seemingly wrong for asking for what the woman asks to borrow. Now, if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, what are the merits of your relationship? Being that, what do you borrow that is worthy of it? What do you borrow that is worthy of an argument, worthy of a discussion, worthy of some issues? Because there are times, and it doesn't have to be money, of course. It could be anything. Because I remember when me and Teresa first started living together, right? We first started living together. She was wearing my shirts. And for me, we grew up, there's 6 of us. But 7 altogether. My father had an outside daughter, but she didn't live with us. It was 6 of us. It was 5 boys, 1 girl. And I used to work hard for my clothes, and also I grew up that way. Not that I was stingy or selfish. It's just that I never really shared my clothes. I never really wanted to share my clothes. Not that I was stingy. Not that I never. She used to really wear my shirt, like go to the store in my shirt, and it took me a while to be like, "You got my shirt on? Like, why is you wearing my shirt?" Like, but I know that's the thing women do, and it could be a nice shirt. She'll throw on one of my favorite shirts, my T-shirt or something to go with the outfit. She'll throw it on like it ain't nothing and cook in it or something. Like, what? Ooh, why did you do that? Huh? And in her mind, she just borrowed it to throw it on. Like, it ain't nothing. It's just a shirt. To me, it's like that's my favorite shirt, and it's so. She hated. She hate that I do this. I'm talking about her. It's times that she done bought me an outfit or a shirt, and it was my favorite shirt. She had this Guess outfit she bought me, my favorite Guess outfit. I still love that outfit. I had to give it away. She hate that I kept it. It was my favorite shirt, and she was cooking in my favorite shirt. Like, what is you doing in my clothes? So then she used to do my laundry and everything. So it took me a while to really get that she gonna be wearing my clothes, as in sharing. And then in her mind, she's borrowing it. In my mind, she wearing my damn clothes. It just took me a while because I don't share my clothes. Like a lot of my friends grew up like that. They'll let one of their homeboy wear their shirts or let one of their homeboy wear their shorts to go hooping or something like that. I might do that, like but I never share my stuff because don't nobody take care of their stuff like me. But when it comes to you, if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, it's different on how you're learning each other. Like, my wife didn't know I grew up the way I grew up with my clothes to share and to borrow. So if you say you want to borrow something of mine, I didn't smoke cigarettes or drink or whatever the situation is with habits. My girlfriend, now wife, didn't borrow anything of mine that was a habit. But whenever she borrowed something, I did expect it back. I did, y'all. I did. Simply because I know the merit of why she borrowed it. Now, as we said before on previous shows and the last show, I'm better with her than money too. It is what it is. I'm better with her than money. Now, when we first figuring our relationship out, when we first started living together years ago, we moved to Columbus, she used to borrow money from me. And I had a decent job, so I really didn't pay no mind. So like she'll borrow $50 and I'll be like, all right, just go, get back if you can, if you can't. But after a while I was like, you ain't paid me none of my money back. Okay. All right. You ain't paid me nothing. Nothing. Cause I started spoiling too. Teresa is spoiled. Super spoiled. So she was like, baby, give me 20. Let me borrow $20 till I get back to. And see, that's the thing. People say let me borrow as opposed to let me have. Hey, can I have? And then some of the people say, can I have? They ask too much anyway. But Teresa used to say, hey baby, let me borrow $20 till I get back to the house. And it could be 12, noon, 1 o'clock, and we out all day. And it's only $20. It never crosses my mind. And I'm not really wanting the $20. It took like a long time for me to realize, like, I'm really just giving you money. You're not going to pay me back. So when it comes to when you're figuring each other out, you have to figure out, how did this person grow up? Did they grow up that way? Did they grow up in a way to borrow a lot? Because people that borrow a lot, it says a lot about them, unfortunately. People that ask, can they have a lot? It says a lot about them. Right, wrong, and indifferent. It's just a fact. So That's before you get married. You see these traits. I hate to say this, y'all. You see these traits before you get married. When you have these issues, no matter what it is, man, you could put sugar on it and it won't turn into pancakes. So when you see these things, you go into the marriage with this. You saying that it's okay. Goes for me too. Goes for Teresa. Goes for everybody. When you go into these situations before you get married and you don't address them, you don't lay the law down. Now you can lay the law down and it some things y'all can work on, of course. But when you allow them to not pay you back, is it not a big deal? It's like it's only it's not. Or is it? It's like, hey, you asked to borrow $20. Hey, baby, give me my $20 back. Or you could be like, hey, go get me a shirt that's on sale for $9 or something like that. I already gave you $20. Like, just give me a shirt or something, or go buy me some underwear, or whatever the situation is. Now, being that this is a Facebook post, I'm gonna go into the comments. Now, a lot of these comments is based on different merits, based on different people's opinions. One of them is, this person said, don't understand this question, but and spouse marriage should not be used in the same sentence unless we're talking about a massage. Hilarious. Now, one person put, no, it shouldn't, but one person put, shouldn't be a payback situation unless you're always the only one doing it. If it's both, then cool. One-sided, anything isn't cool. Your spouse doesn't say anything out of love, but either pay them back some kind of way or get your bread up and stop asking. I would hate for my spouse to feel like I'm non-reciprocal. I don't know about that. I don't even understand the question. People don't understand the question. That's why I said I had to interpret it. There's a lot of people that say they don't understand how the question, and they didn't word it right. The question, there's a lot of people don't know the question. Some people say it depends on the relationship. It depends on what's going on in the relationship, the parameters of it. Somebody put, the comments confirm that I'm not completely illiterate, because a lot of people don't understand the question. Oh, so this is why I'm always yelling at my son, read it how you wrote it. Some people say your spouse should always pay back. And this female wrote, who's really counting that in a marriage though? Y'all do for one another, but damn, the fact that I understood what you're asking has me second guessing why I even get it. This is interesting. This is something else. Now they're calling this girl auntie because she old and can't read. People are just dirty on People are just so dirty on Facebook. People are just so dirty. And I think it depends on the situation. There was a time, I'm going to tell, I let Teresa borrow some money. It was a lot of money. And it was a lot of money when I was doing pretty decent because I used to get a lot of bonuses. I let her borrow a lot of money, basically, and she never paid it back. Now, I never brought it up or nothing like that, but she knew she never paid it back. I think I gave her a lot of money to help her buy a car, and I was getting bonuses. My bonus was so decent when I used to get my income tax. My income tax was okay, but I didn't even spend my income tax money because I had good bonuses coming in, and I gave her a large amount of money to help fix her credit and to buy her car. And think she didn't do it. I think she spent the money. I think so. I can't remember. I think she spent the money, or when she didn't do the things she's supposed to do. But about a year go by, 2 years or something like that go by. I was like, you ain't never did nothing with that money, and you didn't pay me back. She's like, oh, yeah, I know. And that was just it. That's it. She ain't never paid me back. I took an L with it. She was my girlfriend at the time. We was not married at the time. She was my girlfriend at the time. So I was kind of going into this like, and we manage our finances different. So that's another thing. But in my opinion, with all of this being said, I think that if you ask to borrow it, you have to pay it back. The key words are in what you say. If you ask, can I have, it's a different conversation. It's like, for example, like if someone, you ask to borrow $100, you got to pay the $100 back. You ask, hey, can I have $100? They might be like, well, I can give you 40, or I can give you 20. The marriage changes on what you ask for. So I think that because we both have different things, like both of us went to different educational institutions. So I got bills based on that. She has bills based on that. And if I may ask for the wrong amount of money, it can hinder her to pay some of her bills that she got separately that's not in regards of us. Now, some people will make that argument. Well, what's yours is hers, and what's hers is yours. Yes, but not. It's in the spirit of it making sense. Like, I don't ask for her money or take nothing from her, and I don't count her money either. So, with that being said, and I'm using money as an example, but it like I said, it's the same thing with clothes. Like, she'll get clothes, and they'd be like men clothes that she might make it nice and put her outfit. I'm not gonna put on her shirt to go hoop in or go work out in. Like, no, it's not right. No, I'm not gonna do it. That's hers. I respect her stuff. No, asking her to respect mine is a different thing. She don't wear it as much now because she put too much femininity in her stuff. So if she has a male shirt now, it might be all cut up with tassels or something all over with the big, she'll cut a big V-neck in it that'll show the breast, so I can't wear it then. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different now because she does a lot of flair with her clothes. I don't smoke cigarettes. Like one of the examples, he said cigarettes, something like that. We don't really borrow anything, like, cause we married. So paper or something, like, I don't borrow a lot of things from her. Only thing that I would like to borrow is money, and anything I borrow, I'm going to give it back. She will drag her foot on it. Yes, Teresa will drag her foot. She got a joke. We got an ongoing joke about one of her brothers that'll borrow. If he borrow $50, he'll give you like $40 or like $38. And be like, you good with that? But that's who she learned from. If she want to borrow $50, she'll give you the $50 back. When it's me, she'll give it to me back. It'll just be like, she'll drag her foot with it. She'll still be going shopping. Like, my wife is something else, man. One person in the comments well, it is about the situation. If it is a child support, I want my money. Or I want my money back. Or if it was something he didn't have enough for and asked me for my money, I want it back. Forget what I said. I want all my money back, no matter what it is. That's what a female said in the comment. Now, another lady said the same thing. I say yes. If it's money, I'm tight. I need it back. Another person put, if you ask to borrow it Hell yeah, because obviously that was the only way you got the money from me. If I'm saying you owe me. So another comment someone wrote was basically saying, um, if a spouse says you owe them money, should you basically pay them back? And no, you shouldn't, because that's your spouse. So that goes into what type of person they are. You know, this person said, I want whatever you owe me, because if I owe you, I'm going to make sure I pay you. And this is one thing we used to say when we was young, that, you know, so-and-so is a bad paymaster. They don't like to pay. They'll do whatever they can not to pay. They'll forget. And it ain't got to be with money. Like, you know, it could be something simple like, man, can I borrow this from you? And it'll be forever till you get it back, or you won't get it back at all. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, a lot of times we hold people to their word or what they say they gonna do and what they is gonna do. And what type of person are you to say that, right? What type of person are you to ask for it and it don't really mean nothing to you? Like, are you serious about you owing them? Because that's another thing. I'm gonna say this too. Some significant others, be it male or female or what have you, they not serious about paying you back. There's no sense of urgency because you live with them. They think they can get away with it. Let's be honest. They think they can get away with not paying you. And Teresa thinks she can get. Teresa will pay me back, but she do at the same time. She thinks she can get away without paying me. Like, she think like, what you gonna do? Like, or she'll think like, you'll forget, or she'll be like it's just be so many. Teresa's something else, man. I'm telling you, that girl's a piece of work, man. She'll be like, what? Look, and you know when Teresa's one of them people that if I borrow something from her and I got a reminder, she be like, all right, yeah, so what? Like it's no big deal, but I ain't got it. Like, it is a big deal. Like you know, you're supposed to take me out to eat on this day, even though I don't let her take me out to eat. I'm using this as an example. Like, you know, it's your turn to take me out to eat. Oh, okay. All right, I'll do it. I don't like her paying for nothing, no way. But I'm using that as an example. Like, she be like, all right, so what? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, okay. All right. And time will pass, and she will not do it. 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 See, me, I think, as I said before, it has a lot to do with how I was raised, how I grew up. You know, I had a little summer job. And when I got a summer job, I think I wanted to say I was 13, 14 at the time. Maybe around, it was 14, something like that around that time. And I bought my own clothes. I bought all of my own clothes. So when I bought all of my own clothes, I ain't let nobody wear my clothes. Then after a while, I did start letting my brothers, I started letting my cousins, and a lot of family members wear my clothes. But after a while, to be honest with you, I started giving it to them. Like, I ain't really, I would feel like they really like my clothes. They could have, I want some more clothes. Because after a while, I started buying new clothes. But I used to really take care of my clothes. I took care of my clothes so much that people wanted to wear my clothes. And I did. It really wasn't a big deal. So even when it comes to that, it's in the merits of how you take care of your stuff and how you value what you say you're going to do with this person. So when my wife say that, let's say if she want to borrow, you know, because we the only two, for now, we working on it. We only two vegans in the household. So if I went and got me a favorite vegan meal, you know, sometimes she would eat my food and I'll be like, all right, you owe me something to eat now. You owe me something to eat. She won't go get it. So one of my favorite restaurants is Cecili's. Celie's Raw Realty Vegan. Raw Realty wraps. She make these kale wraps. Has no meat in it. Tastes amazing. But sometimes it be too much. It be a lot. I can't finish it. Or sometimes I get the mandinga. Big old wrap. I can't finish it. So she'll eat it. Or no. Let me go. Celie make this meringue popcorn. It has herbs and spices all on its popcorn. And I only have a cheat meal on the weekend. But I be wanting to save it till the following weekend. So I eat it, and I don't eat the whole bag. The bag is it's in a Ziploc bag. So I eat probably half of the Ziploc bag. And I be wanting to save it. Yes, y'all. I be wanting to save my popcorn for a whole week. But I'll double Ziploc and keep it fresh. After about 2 days, I'll come back and check it. Before I go to jumping to any conclusion. Okay, I know I had some popcorn around here somewhere. Teresa, hold on, let me go downstairs. See what's going on. Let's see. Alright, it ain't in there. It ain't in my room. Baby, did you eat my popcorn? Yeah, you had it too long. How do I have my own popcorn too long? How? She be done ate my popcorn, y'all. And I don't get it all the time. So she be done ate my popcorn. Y'all hear me, man? She be done ate my popcorn, man. And after I done worked hard, I'll do all these workouts, and she be done ate my popcorn? Man, please. So, with that being said, she had to owe me some more popcorn. But I don't be wanting to go all the way to Celie's just for popcorn. I want to go get the wrap, the popcorn, and sometimes she had like some nice little ginger juice that she makes freshly squeezed with all type of other stuff in it. And like, you owe me a meal. But by that time, she be done bought her one too, because it been 2-3 weeks done passed. So that's how my wife be getting over, y'all. She thinks she's slick. But she done, like certain stuff like food, she won't borrow my food. She will take it. And for like my sweets. So like I eat like a cookie. The vegan cookies that we get. I get them like once every 6 weeks to 8 months or something like that. Cause it's only like a few places you get them, or some type of vegan sweets I get. So I eat like half of it. I'm so bad with eating sweets now. I eat like half of it, or I eat like a certain portion of it. Like I got these vegan brownies, and I ate like one brownie, and I forgot I had the brownies in there. So like literally like 2 months went by, and I look in there. Why is it there's a corner left on it? Why do I got a corner left of this other piece of brownie I got? You waited too long to eat it. It was gonna get stale. I could have put it in the refrigerator. It probably wouldn't have good, but that ain't the point. She ate my brownie, and I don't eat sweets like that anymore. She ate it, y'all. And talking about, I just get you another. No. So when they borrow, if anybody borrow it, I think you should pay it back. Don't ask to borrow it then. Just be careful about what you say. Don't if you borrow anything from anybody, let alone your spouse. Because look, you shouldn't want to borrow from your spouse, and it's taken from them less than what they have. If you actually borrow $50 from your spouse, what if they only got $100 and they gave you half? What if they only got $75 and they gave you more than what they had because they knew you needed it and you wanted to borrow from them? Now imagine not paying them back and they was left with $25, and they got to deal with that. They got to manage that $25 because you needed the whole $50, and they trying to go without to manage what you want. If you have a problem with paying it back, ask to have it. If you don't mind borrowing, ask to borrow. It shouldn't be a big deal. you should only be comfortable with being who you are in that situation. If you know you lie if you know you a liar when it comes to borrowing, it's going to show. If you're honest and say, hey, let me have $20. Nope, I give you $5. You can have $5. See what I'm saying? The merits change on how you act. Let me borrow. No, I ain't gonna let you borrow because you don't have to pay back. So I think that it's based on how people grow up. If you know, because that shows where, you know, if they're more tight with the things that they have, being that it's materialistic, being that it's finances, being that it's something of theirs, they may not want to lend it out. They may like, no, I'll take care of my stuff. Or, you know, some put cigarettes in the comments. It's people that don't let nobody borrow cigarettes. It's people that don't let nobody borrow soap. When I was in college, a lot of my friends didn't have soap. They'd come to my room to get soap. So I let them have soap, but they didn't get the soap I use. They get the soap that I'm giving away. They get that. It was some soap that I let them have. They like, cause they kept coming asking for soap. So yeah, I basically just bought them soap, but they didn't get the type of soap I was using. So that's the same thing. Like, you come to borrow it. No, you can have this because this ain't the same quality I have. You can, you know, you might want to come. Hey man, you got a shirt I can borrow? No, you can't borrow none of these shirts, but you can have that shirt over there that I don't give a damn about. Or these clothes over here, I don't really give a damn about. Yeah, you can throw them on. Yeah, you can have that because them different. And because if you don't bring that back, it don't matter to me. And you don't supposed to lend out nothing that you can't withstand. If you can't withstand, you know, lending somebody some food, your car, whatever it is, you know, if you can't withstand it, don't lend it out. Even it goes for your spouse too. Like, just because it's your spouse, it don't change. You know. But I digress. I think the key word is, if you borrow it and you ask to borrow it with hints of paying it back, that's what you should do. If you ask to have it, it changes what the person is going to give you. Some people will give it to you anyway. Hey baby, can I have $50 real quick? Why you need $50? Because of this, I needed this. I need to pay this bill. All right, baby, I'll give you $50. But I'm gonna need you to do something else for me. I might need you to go pay a bill or something for me, or whatever. Y'all can work that out. That's in the conversation. But if you actually borrow it, you gotta pay it back. I'm sorry, you gotta pay it back. I don't care if you is married, because there's things that, you know, women like to go shopping. You taking from her shopping money, and men like to play video games, go to football stuff, and go out and all do that. And she taking money away from that. So, you know, I don't think so. I think a person should pay back what they asked to borrow. Or don't ask to borrow it, ask to have it. Change it, everything changes. So, follow my wife on her social media pages. Her website is down. It's getting rebuilt, getting worked on as we speak. Follow me. My wife page is I am his Mrs. Dyson and Miss Curry Flavors Boutique on all social media handles. Mine is Your Benevolent Coach on all social media, or Benevolent Coach. Our podcast is The Dyson's Effect at Hotmail. And our podcast is on Dyson's Effect on all social media, and Dyson's Effect at Hotmail to email us with more questions and so on and so forth. So, as always, to make it even sweeter, baby, this is Johnny, and this has been another episode of the Dyson's Effect. Peace, love, blessings.